in the sun, it must be 40 degrees at this point. Because here in Lima, we have humidity weather. Yeah, and it doesn't help that we're directly at the Pacific Ocean, so it's all really humid. But it's it's like also really hot. It feels basically like the jungle, just everywhere is concrete. Yeah, it is pretty bad. I'm not gonna deny that. It's pretty bad.
Wow, 40 degrees. That's something that I have experienced in the southern part of Bolivia, like 42, 43. And no, you can't even like think. Your body is like in survival mode, and you're like lethargic all the way and all the day.
Yeah,
Tiny,
so
tiny, tiny drops. No.
it's really tiny. Honestly, Jonathan, it's a little bit better over here in La Molina. Like at least you can see like the drops lying on the floor for about 5 minutes before they dry off.
Wow. No.
This is also why everything that's green outside here, every evening a water truck comes to put water on everything.
Yeah,
Like every
obviously.
park, it's not real. Like it's something I think people eventually decided to put an effort towards, because without greenery it just gets very sad in a way.
It's worse.
But
The
it's
heat is
insane.
worse.
It's like a water truck that comes to actually, and then on the other side you have people who don't have access to water, so it has it's just all crazy,
Wow.
all crazy. Anyways,
Wow.
sorry, I did not want to bombshell the meeting with my weather complaints. Just saying, my brain works fairly slow, and so does everything else. But I'm trying my best to keep on track. But that's also why I've been a little bit quiet, I guess. Anyways, should we talk about quickly the C3 stuff, so we have this one out of the way? We're
Yes,
saying,
please. Yes, please.
right? Because I think it was Christy, or was it directly? I don't even remember who exactly reached out, but it said, as next week's session is on DAO community engagement, we're asking the 5 DAOs participating in Grow Edge so far, which is Cello, Disruptor DAO, Moon DAO, Rari DAO, and Unlock, to share insights and learnings about DAO growth. To support this shared learning, it would be great if you could please share a couple of quick insights on the following topics, which we will compile and share with the Grow Edge community. Greatest opportunities and successes, challenges and/or what you would like to learn and test related to community growth. These are the 2 ones.
Opportunities and challenges, right?
Yeah, well, I'm sharing my screen also, so it's more visible. Here you go.
I attended last week after
Oh,
cleaning
okay.
a little bit of my schedule.
Yeah.
But I attended like very last minute. So I managed to watch the Mundao presentation, which was really nice, really really good. And but yeah, he was the only one who made like a slide presentation and talk about the
Yeah.
DAO and
We
projects
can do
and
that too. Don't be like this. We can do that too. Already years.
yeah. So it was great, and after that, like all those 5 DAOs started like sharing, but like very organic way to share like a comment on what they have been working on as opportunities to contribute, and how they made engagement grow and all that. And I don't know, it was like maybe 5 minutes per people per person, and that was it. and that was like the closing of the session. So would be nice to maybe to know if we may need to prepare like a presentation, or with that kind of engagement that we did last week was enough, which I don't know.
I think she still wants us to share our side, and I was thinking, especially now that all the other guys had their chance, right? Maybe that we're a little bit late on this is actually working in our favor. So maybe I can do like a 5-page deck, something like this, which is on general learnings about those two, right? So kind of like
Yeah.
almost like a cheat sheet for other DAOs, like the
Mhm.
do's and don'ts, right?
Yeah.
Because we have learned some things, right? That's for sure.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
engagement is good, but engagement is only good if it's sustained, right? So, for example, when we first did, some of these partnerships or some of these sponsorships, remember when we still got things in through GitHub for grant applications? That shit actually didn't work. It didn't work for us at all because it was a one-off thing, and then no one used
That
Unlock again, right?
that was
So
yeah.
it was money that was gone, right? And I think the faster DAOs and specifically project or protocol DAOs are acknowledging that fact, especially younger ones who are like still very much in the beginning of what they are doing. I think they can avoid to make the same mistake. So maybe our little deck could be more on what not to do, right? Like kind of like these TikTok videos. You've seen them probably all over the place. Like 5 things I would have wished I knew about XYZ earlier, right? Or
Before
like,
I was in my 30s.
yeah. So like I think maybe even I could make this a video just for us to be different. Maybe it could just be a TikTok. 5 things I would have wished would have wished I'd known before starting an Unlock Protocol DAO or before working with DAOs, right? Something like this, and then
Yeah.
just, I don't know, like it's just an idea, but yeah,
Yeah, I
okay,
love that idea. I think
okay,
that would be
okay.
okay.
Okay, problem solved, I guess. Number 1. Number 2. Wait, what's number 2? Number 2. Oh, has anyone commented on the incented proposal? Also, hi, money.
Incentive.
I can
I
get
think.
behind this initiative. Would vote in favor. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Where is
you. And
incentive?
Will. Um,
Here.
wait, money and Jonathan and Lucent, please check this one out and comment, okay? Because this is literally, oh, and also Gosman.
Is the Unlock Creator Season 1 doc, right?
Um, no, it should have a different name. It should be called Incented X Unlock Protocol Marketing and Communications.
I think I don't have that. Where is it? On the council?
Wait, it's actually it's at this point it's a thread on Discord. Here you go. I think because of all the, oh, how are your doggies doing
Oh,
anyways? I'm so sorry. Are they
no,
okay
it's
now?
good. Yeah, yeah, they are much better. Still a little bit throwing
Okay,
out, but not so frequent. So it's getting better.
okay, good. Yeah, because I know that can just also completely dismember any attention you might have had before, because you're just so worried all the time. And I hope your
Yeah,
husband learned about with this. Like he's never going to give them anything from the table again. Huh? Some dogs just have really
yeah,
sensitive
that's something that we
stomachs.
need to address. I mean, we struggle with that because those eyes are like Loki's eyes. I am meaning, it's like,
Yeah.
please give me some.
Yeah, I know. And you think, oh, come on, it's just a teensy tiny bit. How bad can it be? And then they get really sick. It's just
Yeah,
most dogs, they really can't deal with processed food. It's just a thing. Anyways, yeah, this is the Discord chat. So maybe everyone in here can take a quick look at this. But also I can quickly walk you through this in a few
yes, please.
minutes if you want. So maybe commenting becomes automatically a little bit easier. So this is essentially a program that we think could help us in more than one way, right? So first of all, last year at East Denver, we sponsored one of the events that we did sponsor, and that actually really worked well when it comes to attention to the protocol and people starting to use it, was Carrot Castle, right? And the organizer of Carrot Castle is the same as the founder of Incented.io, CO, which is this human coordination and capital allocation management tool. Now we can discuss, this is still a very early tool. It works fine. I've used it myself before, so I can vouch for that. But essentially what happened last year is we did not use all the funds that we gave them. And because they're very fair and honest people, they told me, and I said, hey, we still have, I don't know, 1 ETH something left. So you may want to think about what else we can do. We first thought about some other type of marketing campaign, but then I was like, hey, wait, we're trying to find other ways to make content contributions happen, but have less bottleneck happening for Stacey, right? Because the more you guys contribute, the harder it gets for Stacey among all her other tasks to actually deal with these contributions. So then I was like, hey, wait, maybe we can use incentive for that. So I talked to Sven, the founder, and he was like, yeah, you actually can. And so he set up, I think, 1 or 2 other campaigns kind of in a similar way a few months ago, and they worked really well. And I was like, I think maybe we should talk more like how we can now do this. So the idea is essentially we would do 10 theme content programs. So each program has its own theme and requirements. It's very specific, right? Which makes this almost like, the 10 months long quest line in a way, right? For those who feel like it, or, it can also be that you just participate in 1 or in 2, no matter what, right? Then every program runs for about 2 to 4 weeks total. The submissions on Incented. So you essentially put your content on the Incented platform. And we would favor a strong focus on TikTok short form videos and carousel posts. Because when Stacey and I think went through, our stats, it's obvious video and graphic materials is always doing better. It doesn't matter if it's memes or something else, but they just stand out more than just text, right? Because people, I think, are pretty overwhelmed, right? And it will be 3, and then essentially, okay, wait, let me run this down. So essentially, this is the timeline. The submission period would be 1 to 2 weeks, so people have time to catch up on this, and also we need to make a habit out of like doing, 5, 6 pushes on social media so people understand this is happening, right? Because if they don't know this is happening, it's going to be very hard. Then a voting period is 1 week, and the results, essentially, you're not doing anything that week, right? But you're giving people time to complain about the results. So it's just a week of settlement. So it's not something that's actively happening. You're just giving people time to dispute the results, essentially, right?
Okay.
But yeah, it's essentially a 3-week program officially. Then we would do a split proportional. So what we were thinking is we have a creator rewards pool of $200 per program, right? That we can split. So in total, that would be 2,000 USDC, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. We have to talk about this. And then there is also an incentive for people to vote. So that's the only thing we would need to request on top from the DAO is essentially the 100,000 up tokens, right? Everything else is essentially already on the Carrot Castle side of things. So that's on the good note. So we are not spending this from our current budget. We're essentially releasing it from our old budget, which has not been with us for a year now. So we're not feeling this, right? And
just a quick question.
Yes, sure.
In the program period breakdown, I feel this is great. But what I have been like experiencing from the chambers experience is that people like are very new even to unlock and even to contributing to a DAO. So they don't know what to do, they don't know anything. So they come with questions, and most of those questions are like the same questions every time. So I was wondering if there would need to be maybe like, I don't know, an office hours for answering questions, making proposals, and all that stuff. So that could be, I don't know, prior to the week, prior to the program, so they can really understand what's happening, or during that submission period, could be on the first days of the week.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if that's something that could be of interest. What do you think about that? Because most of the questions I have been handling like on DMs, which is nice, but obviously sometimes it gets crowded because of my schedule and things that happens. So obviously I cannot address like in the right time. So maybe on an office hours that could be managed better.
Yeah, I think I would be happy to do that. I think we can try. If we see it makes sense, then it's great. If we see that it doesn't make sense, then we let it go eventually. But I think it would be nice to offer the office hours. I think it would be nice to get started with that. Actually, forgot to add that into the updated proposal, because I remember I had it. No, did we discuss it before? I think I had it in here as a comment or something, or maybe you added it as a comment, and I was like, yeah, it's a good idea. But then, Sven did all the shifting, and eventually I did some shifting, and maybe it got, hustled up between the lines. But yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, good.
Where would you suggest we do this? Do we do this on X? Do we do this on YouTube? Like, what do you think is the right...
Are we able to do it on YouTube but restream it on X as video stream?
If we use my private restream account, we can do that, I think. Yeah. Let me...
Or if not, we can make it just only on X. So, but do it as a video stream, so we can show how they can engage with things and all that. So, because there will be questions on, so now how can I contribute? Where do I do this and all that stuff?
Good point. Okay, video stream. Okay, let me add this to the note. Ideally, video stream X and YouTube. Okay, noted. Okay. So yeah, it would be a proportional split between the winners. Then There's a little bit of more on how it works. So if you want to get into the details about the carrot and stick mechanism, because the protocol has a very interesting part where if you're voting just to self-serve, for example, or something like that, then the system will kick you in the butt and it will give you a stick, right? So whenever you vote, you should make sure that you vote really for the best content, not for yourself or for your friends, but actually for the best content. So this would probably help with that. Rights and reuse, we're making sure that creators are aware this is still their content. We don't own shit, right? So we're only asking them, by submitting, essentially, we're asking them to be able to post this on our channels, right? But it's still their content. Then there's, the rules to that, some content guardrails. So we don't want not safe for work, hate, harassment. Should be common sense, but we live in a world where this is no longer common sense. So I figured we better note that down. And then there's a 10 program themed arc. So the idea I had was, what if we can make it so it becomes something that builds up? So let's just say someone is new, like Stacey just described, right? How can they get into Unlock and into creating content around Unlock? So I tried to think maybe doing it along some of the questions that they may have about things, right? So first I would probably ask, what is Unlock? What does it actually do, right? So they do some research, they eventually make the video, they submit it, right? Then it's like, oh, what is memberships with Unlock? So how does that work? So it's also like a little bit of like, like sending people into doing some research for the content that they're creating and then rewarding them for the content that they made. So yeah, I mean, you don't have to read all of those, but I think some of them probably are more exciting than others, also for you guys. And then here's like the general KPIs that I think would be good to track. And I think Sven added some to these. But yeah, that's essentially the whole proposal. So would be great if you guys could like comment on that. Awesome. Then please say that on the chat if you didn't already. Fantastic.
So, would we put some kind of limit of submissions per creator on each week, on each program? No, right?
No, they can spam because it's the community who votes on it. It's no longer just up to you. So if they are deciding to spam, it might not work in their favor actually. And I want to assume most creators don't do that. Most creators will give it some thought, especially when it's about video creation, I feel, because it's honestly just more difficult to do, right? So I think like, even if they put in 2 or 3, that's still okay. Yeah, exactly. All of that. Yeah. So, and more community driven. Yeah. What do you guys think? Yeah.
I like it.
Awesome. Please comment in the chat. This is the most important thing to do now. Please comment in the chat so we have that in writing. In writing on that little Discord chat. You need me to send the link one more time. Here's the link.
Yes, I think it's not working, that link. Let me take here.
If you click on DAO forum, it should show up maybe as first. Awesome, Jonathan. Comment on the chat. I'm like, comment on the chat. Comment on the chat. Comment on the chat. Comment on the chat.
No, it's good. Okay, yeah. All good.
Okay. Will do. Love the initiative, the whole proposal. So let's fucking go. Yeah, now we just need to sort out voting power issues, but
Oh, good.
we got this. We got this. In the
Yeah,
face
we
of
got.
everything going down to shits in the world, we got this.
Yeah, exactly.
Jonathan, by the way, is the laptop working for you? Is it a little bit better than the one you had before, or is it giving you trouble?
It's
Perfect.
perfect.
I mean,
Uh,
that's an overstatement, but I'm happy. Yeah.
woo, woo.
Yeah, because in
I
this weather,
know.
you never know. Like the best laptop can give up working. There's no problem. Okay. Fantastic. It runs really good. Okay, I'm so happy. This is so. So you're gonna be our number one video producer at this point. Oh,
Woo-hoo. Yes, yes, yes,
oh,
yes.
my TikTok account has, I think, unshadow banned. So yesterday I worked mostly on video content. And this is something that I wanted to ask you guys. I have kind of a, sorry, I'm hijacking your meeting again. I'm sorry. I keep hijacking your meeting. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, I have something to say. When we have time, please.
At the end, let's see the other proposal that was
Which one?
what else?
Was there another?
Oh, the green pill,
Oh, the cello one. Oh, I'm sorry,
the
sorry,
cello
sorry,
one.
sorry. Well, I haven't really put a thread yet together, I think. Did I? Did I do this?
No, not
I don't
yet.
think so.
I
No,
think
because we're
we
still
have
working
been
more
discussing a little bit
internally.
on the. Yeah, we have been discussing a little bit on the proposal internally with them. And there are some comments from Charlie about, for example, the content and deliverables, which I understand why he means to do just only one announcement, which is good, but we would like to, like, okay, let's announce these, but what the hell is green goods, for example? So how does it connect with unlock? So make like a little bit more dispersed thing, I was thinking. So I made a comment and I said, I would think the article of to be the announcement on Cello or built in Unlock is like good. So people can actually read and we can make a thread about that. So it's like this dissected in parts and more digestible,
Yeah.
and later can be the announcement of the announcement, like bringing the green goods new products. So then we can talk about, okay, so this is on Celo, this has been made on Unlock, and what is this? So something like that. But
Yeah.
so it would be like a two-step process. So we address his comment, but we still managed to keep the article release and all that stuff that we usually do. But I don't know what you
Yeah.
think.
I think that the overall, so, okay. So something that I've realized, especially with my experimentations in the first half month of January on TikTok, is just how tiny people's attention spans have grown, right? There's just a constant information overflow. And I think, Stacey, just so you know, I think that's also a little bit what's happening to you and me, because I feel you've been very tired, I've been very tired, and usually this month of the year, I'm never tired. I'm usually like 100% ADHD, full Duracell bunny, battery style. So it's a really new experience for me to be a little bit of like, blah, 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 if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think
Yeah,
it's
because in
because,
comparison for last year, I was like on full mode.
right? in
Yeah.
full mode, exactly.
I
So where
know,
has that gone?
but this year
And
I like, what? I don't know what to do. Okay. And I
yeah,
don't.
I think it's just we are all a bit burned out. I know I shouldn't be using this very lightly, and I'm really not, but I think there is a massive social burnout that's going on. And I think it's because, think about it. Thanks to AI, the output on information and resources has, like, I think, quadrupled in comparison to last week. Also, hack attacks have been up, 1,025%? That's crazy, right? So that's all information that one or another way all of us have to digest, right? So also we have to think about this because it affects us as individuals. It affects us as, people who want to advocate for a protocol. Because if everyone else out there is a little bit feeling like us, a little bit tired, like Friday afternoon, I put my phone down, and unless I really need to extract some important information or need to take a doggy picture, okay, I'm not touching my phone until like Monday morning, right? It's because I can't digest any more shit, and it's just shit, right? That's been thrown our way, in truth, because all of that stuff that's being out there right now, it's, you might want to say like, oh, this affects Americans, right? Why should this bother us? But the ripple effect is on everyone. Sissy and I talked about this, right? So anyway, it's a lot to deal with on our ends, and we have to almost like detoxify to be able to create, because we're all content creators one or another way, meaning we need to draw from a creative source, right? And if this creative source feels like a freaking desert with tiny raindrops, to quote Jonathan from earlier in this call, and put it completely out of context, where should we draw all this from, right? That's the question. And at the same time, who's going to listen to us? So the idea behind how I structured these like content bits and pieces was an intention of giving people a chance to slowly kind of catch up on this, right? Whereas I think Charlie still lives in the world where people actually can pay attention. And I think we're kind of past that, There's a few people in this world who can completely, like they go through the world like this, and I envy them to a certain degree, right? And so they will be able to pay attention if they were already paying attention. But let's be honest, people who pay attention to what we are building, or also what Cello is building, are people who are usually not like this, right? It's a very like specific customer group that's actually involved, that does give a shit, that does care, right? So if that's the case, we need to think about this. So sorry, that was a very long way to explain why I thought, we should build up content and instead of just making it one plain announcement, being like, here are the 10 articles, please read by, right? That would have worked like what, 4 years ago, maybe? Okay, maybe more like 2020, 2021. But I don't think this works anymore. I think what works now is being repetitive, not being spammy. Like I myself, during the winter holidays, I unsubscribed from about 20 newsletters because I can't. I'm not reading them anymore. I just can't. It's too much, So, and most people have started to just write with AI, and they don't understand editing, right? So it feels also I'm not really connecting with these people anymore that are writing, and they're pushing out, let's say, 10 times the amount of articles than they pushed out before. So I'm like, no, mental capacity reached. I'm sorry, and then I did not unsubscribe from, for example, Tiny Rainbow's articles, right? Which are very curated. They're very personally written. And, I've never been like someone who would subscribe to a lot of blogs like that. I was always more on the, like, let's discuss politics, system design, but that type of stuff, DeFi, new mechanisms and so on. But suddenly this newsletter feels much more attractive to me. And it's one of the few that I'm still subscribed to and that I fully read because I can connect with it on a personal level. So maybe this is also something to think about when we create content, right? Starting from here. People want to connect with people. And I think we've been missing out on that a lot. Thank you, Jonathan.
No, and I agree with that because on our metrics, the best performances that we have had on content, it was on personal experience. So, for example, Soho talking about how she hustles with all her staff, and she's stuck on the traffic, and then she shows like, and this is unlocked, da, 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 and that performed really good. Also, the best performers were our interviews with mm,
With you, with Snacks, with who else did we do one with?
but no, the last ones was with Human Passport, I think.
Oh, with Daniel from Human Protocol. Yeah.
Yeah, with Human Protocol, and then also our karaoke festival that we had last year. It was like one of the things that performed really good. And so it's this kind of content, like, first of all, built from a personal experience that has worked really good. And also, like, people showing their selves work really good because it's like a direct connection. So that's the things, those are the things that really work well. So I really connect with that. And I do understand the where it comes from, the this constant eager of posting more and more because AI just do what it does best, work more. So obviously, the productivity, it's like enhanced 10 times, but unfortunately we are still humans, so the content um, consumers are still human, so they are still overwhelmed.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what we could also do more, I don't know if this is something that's worth the discussion, is I can see how specifically so it's two things. Actually, I saw this emerge end of last year. YouTube has now a collaboration feature. So what we can do more often, I don't know who here is planning on building out their own audience as well. I could imagine maybe some of you are thinking about that. If this is an general guide for our social media. Yeah, well, I mean, we have that actually. But specific strategy. Oh, for the channels.
For each
Okay.
channel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that would be good, but one that I thought in YouTube is interesting is this collaboration feature. So if we have people here who are interested in building out their own audience on specific content, they could post from their account, make it a collaborational post, and we automatically repost on the Unlock account, right? Could be interesting too, if it's about the protocol. Of course, it needs to have protocol content, otherwise not. That could be interesting. But yeah, I agree, Jonathan. If you have a more concrete idea, maybe chat together with Ceci and build that out. I think that would be really good. And I agree, like all the content that actually reached also on TikTok, if you think about it, what I sent in the chat, Ceci. Let me actually quickly unlock posting, go to that content. But if you look at the look at the video content. Yeah, like the meme, the holiday party was doing well, the DAO calls.
The meme, the meme
I
outperformed
know.
many other things, like just one meme. So it's great.
Then of course Will, then where I was speaking on this other project podcast, everything, but it's not really surprising because we have seen this also during the last year. Everything that's connected to people will always perform better because it humanizes something that's otherwise just too technical for most people, right? It's just too technical for most people.
Yeah.
I think YouTube is still not dead. It's still a good video platform. Actually, TikTok worries me because I was shadow banned because I posted something that was actually not political. Yes, it was classified as political content, specifically as advertising for a specific party. And I was like, what? I don't do advertisement for any parties. I'm actually against a party, even though I like democracy, And my account, so first of all, that video got, like not banned, but it just did not get viewed to the audience at first. I was able to successfully dispute it. Then I posted something else, which was misclassified as financial advice, which was about an in-game currency that you cannot buy with money. You actually have to hunt it down in the game and collect it, right? And I was really careful about phrasing, and that got me completely shadow banned for 2 weeks. So I think there is some new stuff going on the platform because it has a new owner now. That new owner is obviously serving someone that I would highly disagree with on a personal level. So yeah, not so fun. Only dance videos on TikTok. Everything will be banned. Yeah, I think so. I think this is where we're headed because who cares for free opinions, right? We only fought
videos of animals are like popping. Hi.
The age of idiocracy is unstoppable. It's dance videos, dumb advertising, and cute animal videos.
Huge. It's like, well, I feel that right now TikTok is on the highest peak, like it was Facebook when Facebook ads became like the thing. So now it's TikTok. So I'm really hoping for that thing to come like down.
Like it is because a lot of content creators are jumping right now. They're like, if I'm not being seen, then what am I doing here, right? So they're destroying the next social media platform, which makes our job even harder. But lucky for us, we're, maybe we should do some dancing videos. Jonathan, can you do an unlock dance video, you think?
Let's make a BTS dance video.
Unlock.
No, that BTS thing is scaling so fast. No. Have you seen the late news?
No, what's happening?
Mexican president addressed BTS for a second time in her morning routine show. And she said, okay, so there is 1 million people, young people, that want to attend that concert. And there is only 150,000 tickets for sale. So that's unacceptable. So we want our youth and to have access to these kind of concerts. So I have contacted the Korean government for it to allow BTS to come and give more dates here in Mexico. So that's one thing. And then the other thing, because that's like the beauty part of the story. The other thing is the Profeco, which is the uh, the government office that shows like all or regulates this kind of concerts and consumer thing. Um, he received 100,000 uh, like not only letters but people calling off these actions from Ticket, Super Ticket, and OCESA, which is the organizer, and showing how they have like managed to like restrict for people to enter in the line and instead favor the third parties to make the resale of the tickets. So with
That's a
that,
scandal, yo.
yes. So with that, the Profeco is like starting like the huge thing against Super Ticket and against OCESA, the organizer. So they could be banned to sell tickets in Mexico just because of this BTS, because also people from other shows have started to come up and say this exactly thing has happened with Taylor Swift, with blah blah blah, all of these big artists
Wow.
shows. So the thing is escalating so bad that also this fandom ha- has started to dox the people who are in Super Ticket and in charge of Super Ticket, and also the people that has been like the resellers that bought the ticket on this last show that they were selling. So they are doxing them on everything. So the thing is like right now on a big scale. Really, I don't
Insane.
know what
This
to
is
think of it.
insane.
It's
I
insane.
wish we would have someone there who could really push for unlock to be used, because it would solve a lot of
So
problems.
many things.
And to be fair, like, imagine a group, I don't know, like BTS having their own ticket system. Imagine what that could do for them. Imagine if they just, go into a country and they're like, yeah, just go to our page. This is the ticketing system, right? And it's exactly laid out so their fans enjoy the use of it, right? And feel safe. So you have like this one spot that comes really from the origin, instead of having always these like other platforms doing their own little scammy thing, because it just happens all the time. It's not really a news flash, is it? It's just very specific that it gets now so much attention because so many young people, I think, are involved. BTS is a huge deal. And also, young people don't take shit anymore, which is a good thing.
Mm. Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
but the problem, Jonathan, is that these people resell the ticket. Let's say they bought it at 10,000 pesos, Mexican pesos. Let's say they are reselling it at 100,000 pesos. So that's why also Profeco is going against these people and also following like the whole chain of chain reaction of why Ticketmaster started the sale, how they did start it, and then all the process until the resellers. And I don't know,
yeah,
it's really insane.
it's very insane. All
Exactly.
right.
Exactly.
So what are we
Okay.
going to
Yes.
do about this?
Um, I
Going to start
think
a revolution.
we can. Yes, exactly. So, but maybe what we can do is continue talking about this from our side, and would be good to tag these accounts like Profeco, like, I don't know, BTS. Obviously, I know that this may not lead anywhere, but at least it could take or attract attention at any point. So better try than nothing. But I think that could be also a way to get still in the line of action, because it is happening still. It is hot still, the topic.
Okay, so you suggest we
Not
write
on
something?
LinkedIn. Yes, I think we should write something on Paragraph, and also on X we can do a thread, and hopefully make like a video. Should be good on TikTok, because
Okay.
that thing is going on TikTok and X at some point.
Actually, I've been really slow on the paragraph shit. I'm so sorry. So I need to publish, I need to edit and publish DAO summary. Then I
Mm-hmm.
have this article from,
Gosman?
I
No.
think it was Gosman. I think it's Gosman article. Yeah. I can probably push that one for another week. So in between, you want to have this BTS article. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A comment, like a commentary,
Mm-hmm.
like a commentary on what's happening there. And then, okay.
Yes, exactly. Uh, Not all. I mean, taking down some of the videos and let it run for a part of the important thing, and then, okay, so this would have been addressed better using unlock, because you have that, and then take the reseller thing, also clip in the video, and then again, um, so these resellers wouldn't have had this kind of access because of that. So something like
Yeah.
that. So that could help us first use their content, show more in a much human way of why this is important, and then tagging them in the copy, tagging them like really hard. So, but that we would need to comment like really hard on the video, so we can make it more visible, and also attract attention from those accounts.
Okay, sounds good to me. I have my plan for paragraph, and we'll chime in the chat when ready. But I think I can definitely push out the DAO one. I think I should do this probably automatically tomorrow morning because that's a better time. And then
Okay.
I will work on the BTS article and send you like some draft once I get there. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good,
Awesome.
guys. If you have any other ideas, ping, 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 ping.
Yes, yes, please. We need to get into the wave, on the wave.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Have a great week, and see you on the server. And you can DM me on Telegram so we can continue
Hey,
conversation.
bye.
Okay. Bye.